Hey guys, welcome back to another update. Sorry for not doing an update on Tropical Storm Boris. I was kind of busy. Well, Boris did form yesterday and did make landfall in Acapulco. It made landfall in Acapulco. It says here Boris decays the remnant low over southern Mexico. Flash flooding threat forecasted to continue through today. Advisory 10. It also says here in the discussion, it says post-tropical cyclone Boris, discussion number 10. Boris has continued to weaken as it moves further inland. The low levels of circulation has become very difficult to find, even with the use of GOSI 1 minute visible imagery. The remain the rem, imagery and the remainder perfection is a disorganized band along the coast of southern Mexico. Based on these developments, Boris has decayed to a remnant low pressure area, and this will be the last advisory. This is the best estimate. Current motion is 305/6 knots. The remnants of Boris are expected to move west-northwestward until the system dissipates completely in 12 hours or so. Although Boris is decaying, there is a continuous threat of heavy rainfall, which is primarily hazard of this slow-moving system. These rains will likely result in flash flooding and mudslides in mountainous terrains through to today. Key messages: heavy rainfall expected. Heavy rainfall associated with the remnants of Boris across portions of southern Mexico will subside by later today. Um, some risk of additional flooding and mudslides continue this morning, especially in areas of steep terrain. Wind gusts, tropical storm force may occur for the next few days. For the next few days, um, the next few hours along portions of the coast of southern Mexico. Um, that was the discussion, the forecast advisory. Uh, Obviously, it's our last advisory by them, public advisory. So, rainfall remnants of Boris are expected to produce additional rainfall totals 1 to 4 inches across coastal portions of the Mexican state of Guerrero and Oaxaca today. Some risks of additional flooding. Mudslides continue this morning, especially in areas in steep terrain. So, if you live in Oaxaca and Guerrero, you're going to get some very heavy rainfall from this system. Maximum sustained winds are now near 30 miles an hour, 45 kilometers an hour. Um, so yeah, that's Boris, guys. Now it's time for Christina. Public advisory number 6. This was 45 miles an hour earlier on this morning or last night when it got named. But obviously they downgraded it due to it having a lot of wind shear on it right now. But it is 45 miles an hour. It's not even moving at all. It's not moving whatsoever. Um, so it says here the forecast discussion. Tropical storm Christina continues to be affected by strong northerly vertical wind shear, and the cloud pattern is disorganized with little to no evidence of convective band features. The center of the cyclone is estimated to be near the northern edge of the main area of convection. Given the current structure of the system, the current intensity is held at 30 knots, 35 knots for this advisory. This is in a general agreement with objective estimates from UWCIMS. So 35 knots is 40 miles an hour. So they've kept it 40 miles an hour. They did have it at 40 knots earlier on today or last night. Well, yesterday they had it at 45 miles an hour, which is kind of surprising to be fair. The center appears to be moving erratically near the northern coast of Nicaragua, and initial emotion estimate is near stationary. The future track is uncertain and depends on whenever the circulation remains near Mexico. Since Christina is likely to remain near the coast of Central America, heavy rainfall is associated with tropical Cristina, will impact coastal portions of Central America through Thursday. This rainfall may produce life-threatening flooding, mudslides, and especially in areas of steep terrain. Tropical storm conditions are expected in gusts are expected to impact portions of the coast of Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Honduras today. So the initial intensity in 12 hours at 15 Z 40 knots, 45 miles an hour, 12 Z 35 knots, 24 hours 35 knots, 36 hours 30 knots, 40 hours 25 knots, and then 60 hours obviously dissipated as a post-tropical cyclone. Public advisory, they are saying um They are saying at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, the central tropical storm Christina was located near the latitude of 12.5 degrees north and 87.6 degrees west. Christina's nearly stationary. A slow general westward motion is expected to begin tomorrow. On the final track, Christina should be moving up near or along the coast of Nicaragua, Honduras, and El Salvador during the next couple of days. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour, with higher gusts. Little change in strength is expected today, with general weakening trend expected by midweek. Hazardous key areas. Christina can be found in tropical storm discussions. Rainfall totals. Christina is expected to produce rainfall totals of 4 to 8 inches, with maximum totals of 12 inches possible across coastal portions of Nicaragua, Honduras, and El Salvador and Guatemala through Thursday morning. This rainfall may produce life-threatening flooding, mudslides, especially in areas of steep terrain. For complete set of forecast rainfall associated with Tropical Storm Christina, please see the National Weather Service storm total rainfall graphic available at hurricanes.gov. So, guys, this is obviously Christina at the moment. I will actually show you Christina right now, obviously. The satellite imagery and stuff. Obviously, Christina, 40 miles an hour, 1,006 millibars, located at 12.5 degrees north, 87.6 degrees west, moving stationary at 0 knots, which is 0 miles an hour. GFS, obviously, they still have Boris as a tropical depression. Boris is not a tropical depression anymore. Christina has uh northerly wind shear on it, so the center's probably about there off the coast. If you have a look at the center, is pretty much off the coast of, so it's pretty much here inside that center blobbiness. So center's like pretty much here, maybe. So yeah, there's that northerly wind shear coming from the mountains of Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. That combine that combination of that northerly wind shear, which is really taking a toll on the system and will weaken it. But there on out, though, we have had 3 named storms in June so far, so it's been a pretty active June in the Eastern Pacific. We've had Amanda, Boris, and Christina. We could see Douglas very soon, and maybe Eleanor very soon as well. That's probably in July, though. We'll probably see them. But obviously, I'll put the forecast models for the Eastern Pacific, and then I'll wrap the video up here. Obviously, you have that storm here. Apparently, they have it making landfall. I think, yeah, near. Actually, no, they're may have it making up for 998, and then they have another storm that just trying to do some weird shenanigans where Amanda formed, but and then obviously there's another storm that does try and form 988 millibars on the 25th of June, which is a Thursday. 988 millibars is a Category 1 hurricane. So if that does happen, that would be Douglas. So yeah, anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Please stay safe in Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Oaxaca, Acapulco, and El Salvador from this system. Now, obviously, these two systems are going to be producing very heavy rainfall, mudslides, dangerous, dangerous conditions by rainfall, and it's going to be very, it's going to be and it's not the wind, it's not the wind that kills, it's the water, it's the flooding and the storm surge that kills as well. It's not the wind. The wind doesn't kill you. It's the storm surge and the heavy rainfall, the flooding and mudslides and landslides from this system will be will be dangerous. So if you live anywhere on the coastal areas, please evacuate immediately from coastal areas. And I shall see you all in the next video. Stay safe, peace and love. See you all tomorrow in the next update, and love you all. See you soon, and stay safe and peace.